I be able to create an art series in Alphonse Mucha's style? Hello, creative companion. I'm taking you to a unique artistic process today. I will show you how I made a fantasy art series in Mucha's Alphonse style. Join me and you will get to know my inspiration, the developing of my art process, and of course the result. By the way, I'm Cat Wild and I make creative stuff on YouTube to improve my art skills. I was inspired by the lovely and romantic art pieces of Mucha with richly embellished women. In the previous video I tried to copy one of his art pieces. In doing that, the idea was born. Why not trying to make an own art series in his style? But a little bit different. Since he frequently created series with 4 women, I made the decision to create an art series with 4 women. I'm not sure, perhaps he had the seasons in his mind. And being honest, for me it's very hard to make a series with 4 women because I really dislike the number 4. It really gives me a bad feeling. And yes, I have feelings for numbers. Other people see colors in numbers, so please let me. I mean, the feelings for numbers aren't that strong anymore as they were when I was younger. What I mean by that, for example, when I was jogging around the lake, I always had to make enough rounds to reach a beautiful number because if not, it didn't feel good. So for me it's really a challenge to make an art series of 4 pieces. First of all, I chose different parts of existing art pieces for recycling them in my art series. One big difference I made was that I chose to draw mermaids instead of women. This decision led me also to the idea to embellish the background with corals, no flowers. And this will be a challenge because Mucha never drew something out of the sea. Let's see what I did afterwards. I started sketching with a normal pencil. And again, I'm using the lovely big watercolor paper. Sketching was a lot of work, but also a lot of fun. At this time it was easier and I was faster because I had more freedom than when I was copying. Not everything needs to be precise and I may choose what I want to draw on my own. During sketching I always asked myself, what would Mucha do now? I really tried to think like Mucha. But one thing was a little bit tricky. To draw 4 times the same frames and items. During drawing I was thinking that I could make myself some templates. Then I would have the exact same objects on every page inside. But this technique would also be very time consuming. However, I keep that in my mind for other projects. But honestly, after 5 hours of sketching with a pencil, my brain was burnt out and muscle ache was greeting my arm. I didn't have that much filmed material of this part because on camera, sketching with a grey pencil mostly looks very boring. After sketching, I was drawing the outlines with sepia ink, a feather and my ink pen. I decided to outline the mermaids with my feather and the rest with the ink pen, so I could highlight the mermaids. First, I was coloring the same parts on each paper and then I planned to come to the details. The first one's main color is green. For the second paper, the main color is turquoise, and as you maybe noticed already, there's the same picture composition in every art piece to connect them together. The mermaid is in the central window and embellished with a circle. The frame around her reminds of the youth style. Every mermaid has her own sea plant and her own shell. The third picture has purple as the main color. The fourth one has dark blue as the main color. Yeah, and in the fourth drawing the mermaid accidentally becomes naked on her upper body. I'm sorry, I didn't plan that, but it was only the vibe during sketching. Art, you know? So I think I should hide them because I didn't want to be banned. I know, I could give her some seashells to wear, but being honest, such seashells are very stiff and hard. I didn't want to wear seashells as caps for mine. On the one hand, I think you are very flexible when you don't wear anything. On the other hand, protecting them would be very nice. I mean, sharp rocks and such things. A possible way would be to wave something with algas, I guess. But I'm not sure if this is long-lasting. I think I would go for shark leather if I were a mermaid. Because the skin of sharks has a surface that's built perfect for water. Oh, if I wouldn't find a way to make shark leather under the sea, I would look for some rubbish of the human beings and make something out of that. It's the sad reality. So, and this is the finished art series! Thank you for watching, stay creative and see you, bye!